But I had an interesting conversation today that I wanted to share. It was with an existing client, and he reached out and he asked me a question specific to certain investments. I'll give you a little backstory. I reached out to him about 7 years back. He just moved to the United States. We met, and it wasn't the right time. 5, 6 years later, he reached out through LinkedIn. He said, hey, I'm interested in kind of re-engaging and talking. I have some questions. My situation has changed. I need help kind of clarifying, some of my investment strategy, having a plan for my family's future, as well as understanding my risk, what the best decisions are today as well as for the future. Long story short, he became a client. Over the last 6 months, getting to understand what he's comfortable with, his goals, his risk, what type of investments, timing, everything. Part of the process is posing questions to clients and families, asking tough questions, and then having them come to the conclusion on what's right for them. The real power comes from them figuring out what's right for themselves. Them coming to the aha moment saying, this is how it works. This is how I see my life. This is the investment strategy that makes the most sense. This is how much risk I'm willing to take, or my capacity for risk. The client came to that conclusion. Like, he asked a question specifically for what's happening right now with Russia and Ukraine, in the stock market, the volatility, in his specific circumstance. And as we went back and forth, he's like, hey, should we be doing this? I kind of brought him back to our initial plan, our initial strategy, what the long-term objectives is. And he realized, he's like, I'm not going to chase these shiny objects. Let's just stick to the plan. It's one thing about me saying that, and there's another thing about someone coming to their own conclusion and seeing it for themselves. It was that aha moment. Anything in the future, he's going to realize, does this fit my goals? Does this fit my strategies? Is this in line with what we're trying to accomplish long term? Am I getting distracted by shiny objects? I think the more someone gets to truly understand who they are, what they want, where they're at, where they're going, they're less distracted by outside noise and influences and shiny objects. Really takes them away from the ultimate goal. And success is being clear, knowing that what you're doing, the decisions you're making each and every single day are getting you closer to the life that you ultimately want.